That's fucking brilliant days. Brilliant days. Brilliant days, we didn't get a break. Go on, Jan. Go on, get a drink.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the ROKER RAPPORT podcast. My name's Waterson. I'm joined by Michael Dunne. We're here in the Hilton Garden Inn after Sunderland have drawn 1-1 with Coventry. Mike, what do you take of that?
It's hard to be too disappointed with the result, to be fair, and considering second half performance, I actually was really impressed with Coventry. I think they passed us off the park, to be honest. We probably put a lot of energy into that first half. We pressed them really well from the start. Created a lot of chances, Pritchard, Embleton, Stewart really pushing their defenders back, and we're winning a lot of second balls in the middle of the field. I think we just tired into the second half, and Coventry just really took control of the game. And you got to realise as well that Coventry, they're a well-oiled machine at this stage in comparison to us who are just starting out. So you can't really complain. I thought they had some really good footballers as well. So we're not in League One anymore. We're not going to smash teams like we did before.
It was refreshing actually to see a team come here and play. That's what I really like. I mean, it is a step up. The football's a lot quicker. But I mean, we got off to the perfect start, didn't we? I mean, we pressed so well, and then in the 12th minute, across from Lyndon Gooch, superb wing play I thought, and then Jack Clark getting on the end, sort of perfect start for us. Wasn't it a lovely goal? I was
half disappointed because I had first goal scorer Stewart, and I saw it going over his head, and I was like, yes, money. But Clark and Gooch really both started well. They were getting up the wings from the very start as well with Sirkin, and Gooch's cross was unbelievable. Like, it was pinpoint on Clark's head. And to be fair, I wasn't expecting Clark to finish that with a header like he did, but it was a really good start, and it was we probably deserved it because we did really start well, and we pressured Coventry at the start. But after that they did come into the game a little bit as well, and I think they hit the bar midway through the first half as well.
It was a great save. If you watch it back, it's a fantastic save.
But no, on the balance of play at the start, of course, we had a great goal from Clark, and we definitely deserved that.
I thought we probably try to kick on, obviously I think Embleton, Dan Neil I thought was superb in the middle, and Corey Evans thought had a little bit of an off day, he lost the ball quite often, but we pressed, we tried to get another goal, Jack Clark seen an effort saved, we had one that just went over the bar, but I thought overall in the first half we were well on top. Restricted Coventry too, that long range effort, which it was an excellent save from Patterson when you watch it back. Well, on our first half performance, I thought was a really good high press. We were always going to run out of energy, though, weren't we? So when the second half comes in and Coventry pretty much bossed the second half, we looked a little bit tired, don't we? Look as if we maybe needed 2 or 3 more bodies. Do you reckon?
Yeah, definitely. I did think today, especially in that second half, we lacked someone in midfield who just could control the tempo. Yeah. From the very start, I think we had an early chance through Embleton, and then Stewart had one a few minutes after that. But after that, really, Coventry bossed it, and we were kind of falling back more towards our goal. And you could see that even though Coventry weren't creating so many chances, they just bossed the game. They controlled the tempo, and you just thought it was a matter of time. But we definitely need someone in midfield. I thought, especially when Embleton went off for 09. To be honest, I just felt Dunne was chasing shadows around that second half. He just looked completely off the pace.
Talk to us a bit more about that substitution, because I thought that was a bit of a weird one. And now, I think Alex Neil, since he's come in, has pretty much got everything right. But I personally would have brought Corey Evans off. I thought he was the one out of the 3 that was struggling. Fair enough if Elliot Embleton has said I want to come off, I'm tired or something like that, but it looked as if that substitution was a bit of a negative one, and that we were like going to hold on to the 1-0. I didn't particularly agree with that one.
We lost sort of impetus in midfield there, someone who could hold the ball, because up till he went off, I genuinely thought Embleton was nearly mad of the match for me. I thought he was having a great game. Unless maybe there was an injury or he was wrecked or something, but he was linking the play well, and he was like getting the ball out to the wingers that basically, to be honest, Dunne can't do that game. It's not his style of play, so I don't think it was a straight swap sort of, and as you said, it was a bit negative. When you take Embleton off, we lost that someone who could get on the ball, and then it's more surprising in the context that we took Pritchard off as well, who's another man who can link the ball up, so we sort of lost anyone who was an outlet for us to get the ball to the wingers up to Stewart, so we just sort of defended more and more with 09 and Evans and Dan Neil in midfield. So I thought, as you said, it was a strange one at the time, but maybe there was an injury or something we don't know about, but to me I thought Embleton was having a really good game today, and he was that link man for us between the midfield and the attack. So it definitely made a difference when he went off.
I totally agree that he was my man of the match before he got substituted off. We'll talk about their horrendous miss.
I actually forgot about it.
I think it's a mix-up between Patterson and Neil. I'm not sure Neil's wanting the ball at all. No. Not expecting it. He's tried to knock it out wide. They've intercepted, and if I was to Matt Godden, who that's his meat and drink, he's a poacher, and he puts it wide. That was a massive let-off.
And not even wide. It was blazed over the bar. It wasn't even close. I thought, obviously Patterson, he went short to Neil, and he was giving out that no one gave him a shout. I could see him giving out, I think it was Danny Bath and Patterson saying no one gave me a shout from behind. He said in the WhatsApp group, who's at fault for that? A few lads are saying Dan Neil's fault. I think the keeper needs to be looking who's keeper can see better than Dan Neil can see, so if Patterson can see there's someone behind Dan Neil there, he shouldn't be playing that ball. It should be going long past or out to the wings. I can't believe God missed that chance. I would have nailed on him scoring that. So we got off with that one, but it was probably a wake up call for us. But we didn't really even wake up too much after that. You would have thought that would have been something to give us a bit more impetus, get forward more. But no, we just sat back even more, and it just invited Coventry onto us.
Apart from that though, we didn't really give them
not too many chances,
opportunity, did we? Their goal, we're going to their goal now from ROKER. It's a nice goal, to be fair. I know Corey Evans and Luke O'Neill can probably look back and think they probably should have done a little bit better. But he's pinged it into the bottom corner. It's a wonderful finish. It sparked. He was going into our stand, giving the big uns to our crowd, and then we'll talk about the Coventry fans throwing flares into there, which is absolutely just ridiculous. But a nice finish. But bar that, which was probably a goal that he made himself, that we restricted him to not many chances, and we've obviously created quite a few. So for me, I think it's quite a pleasing point. I'm not going to get downhearted over drawing 1-1 against a good side, to be honest.
Don't get me wrong now, I probably sound very negative to start giving out about the second half more so. No, but we did create a lot of chances, and we sort of, I think it was just that goal was probably well deserved, but he was probably their best player today, along with Hamer midfield.
I liked him.
But he was creating something out of nothing, and I see this is the sort of players you're going to come up against now this year in comparison to last year. You'll have players like this who can do something out of nothing and finish a goal like that. So in fairness to him, great goal. Midfield wise, as I said, I referenced already 09. I just think he was off the pace. He didn't, I saw him skip by and I was like, this is going in. You know what I mean? I couldn't even get near him. But it was a well-deserved goal, and just the thing about the Coventry fans as well is disgraceful now. And it's not the first time they've come up here and acted like that. You know what I mean? No. It's not the first time they've done this, and it's times like this where you start questioning: is it right having the away fans above the home crowd there? Because we can't control what they're going to do, and Coventry fans should be really ashamed of themselves because it's not on. They obviously come up here thinking it's like a derby match and that, but we couldn't give a shit about them, to be honest.
No, exactly. No, I haven't got a clue, to be honest. I think it happened either last season before where we restricted Portsmouth fans. And I think that's going to have to come in now because that's the second time that they've done that. It's not on it. I wouldn't want Sunderland fans to do that down there when we go down there. You know what
Absolutely
I mean?
Not. No, you mean.
But it's their big day. So we'll let
hope they enjoyed it now.
Yeah, I hope they enjoyed it. They're on the way home they couldn't beat us, so never mind. Well, we'll talk about the positive side of things. I thought I'm going to circle some players that I thought were excellent. Obviously, Elliot Embleton we've gone over. I thought Dan Neil looks more of a championship player than he was League One.
Suits him better, doesn't it?
It seems to gets a bit more time, doesn't he, to do what he does. I thought Jack Clark was excellent. Lyndon Gooch, Danny Bath was excellent, and Ballard, young Ballard, his debut. What did you make of him? He's up against Gutierrez, who is a very good championship striker. So I thought he did cope quite well with him.
Ballard's very solid, really, really solid, and I was very impressed with him. He's quite composed in the ball. I was talking to an Arsenal fan before, and he says distribution isn't great in him, but I actually thought it was okay today. He didn't lose the ball a lot. He wins those one-on-ones most of the time, and he, as you said, he was up against Godden and Giric as two really good championship players, and he didn't look out of place at all. The only thing if I was going to be really critical or hypercritical, would be maybe just on the turn, his pace isn't so good, and I suppose with him and Bat, you'd be a little concerned if we came up against two speedy strikers. They could burn them, but no, to be fair, Ballard's very solid. I also thought Jack Clark was brilliant. I've been writing on the side a few times through the summer. I just think he's a really cracking player. I think we could have a steal here this year if he maintains the form he's shown. I know it's only the first game, but he showed it last season as well. He's just so direct, and he's a great outlet for our team if we're under pressure. He doesn't run at the defenders. Distribution sometimes could be a little bit better, but no, he could be a really good find for us this year. And other than that, Daniel, you said, was great as well. I actually thought Sirkin had a decent enough game as well. He linked up well with Clark.
Him and Clark looked a good partnership, don't
they? And Gooch, of course, we said already, did really well. And he doesn't look like a bad right back. You know, I sort of like that the game's in front of him and he has that space to run into with the ball. Because that's sort of what that's sort of what his strength is being direct and going at defenders. So yeah, like, I mean, I wrote at half time, I don't think anyone really had a bad game by Corey Evans, possibly. You can't be too despondent after that.
No, like I say, it's a first game against a good side who I think will be up there, there or thereabouts. I thought we held our own, and if we can finish off a couple of them chances, made it. If we scored a second goal, that was game over, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
I was quite pleased about our football, our one touch, especially in the first half. I thought was excellent football. So I think all in all, it's something we can look forward to this season. I think it will be. A nice mid-table finish.
We're not going down.
Sunderland. It's always Sunderland. It's never easy, you know what I mean? It's the ball. You add a couple of additions in there, obviously Nathan Broadhead's been heavily linked. Yeah. We yet to see Sim, I think he's going to be a good signing. So I think all in all, you've got to be pleased that a draw was a fair result, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
We've got to, kind of take our red and white glasses off at some point and just say, look, that was a fair result, really. I think bang on.
And that's it. Like, before the game, if you said 1-1 first championship game back, you take it. And it was the other way around, and Coventry went 1-0 up, and we got the equaliser. You'd be more than pleased with the result. I think it's just maybe, as you said, we created so many chances in the first half that we could have got that second goal and killed the game off before Coventry got on top when we tired in the second half. But no, I think there's a lot of positives to go into this season. I don't think for once we mightn't go down. We might have a safe mid-table season. I think most people will take that.
Season,
I think we'll take that though.
I mean, I've been supporting the club 36 years. I've never had a boring season, so I would take that now. I really would.
Absolutely.
I'm a little bit older than Michael, you see. So one last thing I want to talk about the ref. I think he thought he was having his big day. Told his wife he was going to be on Sky, so decided to wear an Alice band, which I've never seen before. I'm sure Frankie asked Danny Collins, have you seen the referee wear an Alice band, Danny? But he was poor, wasn't he? Especially in the second half. I thought a lot of they were getting quite a lot of the 50-50s, and Ross Stewart, bless him, was getting his shirt pulled off in the second half and never got a free kick in against him. To be honest, I thought Stewart coped well with all that. He never kicked off or anything like that, but hopefully the standard of refereeing does improve. I don't want to talk about referees at all, to be honest, but he was poor, I thought, today.
I was just talking to my mates before the game and we were saying, God, the good thing about being back in the championship now is that we'll actually have better standard of referees. But I don't know if this fella just came from League One with us, because he was really poor second half. He got, as you said, he got a lot of the 50-50 calls right. There was a few times where Ballard and Bath especially were very tight to the forwards. They weren't like hacking them down. They were holding their strength up against them, but lads were falling and the referee was just giving the free straight away. And then the opposite side, when Stewart was getting the shirt pulled off him and like attacked essentially, he couldn't buy a free. I don't know, he was a poor performance, but I'm just sort of glad he didn't make a decision that cost us any points today, because there would have been uproar at the end of the match.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, but all in all, a good point. Like I say, we're looking forward to the season. We'll take it. I think there's not much else to say.
No, that's it.
So we'll leave it at that. Obviously, from myself and Mike, Mike's Irish, good luck to the Lionesses tonight.
Good luck, yeah.
Best of luck to Southern ladies as well, who are playing today in a game against Hibernian at friendly. So enjoy the football season again. We're good to be back. Take care, everyone. All the best.
Where am I going? I don't know. Where am I heading? I ain't certain. All I know is I am on my way.